Alright, so hello guys, welcome to my 240SX, which I just bought from a guy who is very well treated this car from A to Z. As you can see, the car brings a huge smile to your face. Alright, so this is a 240SX S14 1995, but converted with a 1997 and 1998, which is a Kouki front end. It was supposed to be a Zenki front end, so for those who don't know, Zenki means the earlier generation and Kouki means the late version. So the late version has more resemblance to the S15, which everyone knows by, you know, the Super S model lightning bolt from Nissan. And it is indeed very nice, the S15. Please don't think I find it ugly or something. But it's just the S14 in Canada, especially Quebec, Montreal, is what you can get to the closest to the S15 because of the very striking eagle-like feeling. So the main reason why I bought this car is because it looks stock. Absolutely, it looks stock. There's nothing crazy about it. Stock rims, stock seats. So the rims are R33 GTR rims. They are forged. They are 18 by 8, I think, around. No, 18 by 7, sorry. And they're forged. They're very light, very good for. And it matches a lot the 240SX look to it. I find it's like perfect match to it. A lot of people give very thumbs up and everything. Second thing I like the most is the car has, you know, stock seats from an R32 GTR. The engine is a SR20DET from an S15. The turbo is from an S15 as well. Everything is from the S15. The engine bay is extremely clean. I have the Almasi intercooler. I have a bigger radiator. I have this kit, you know. So the car has been very well assembled. All the fuel lines are brand new from A to Z, front to back. Fuel lines, brake lines, all the lines you can think about. And the floor has been redone because it had several, a little bit of rust, something like that, which was, you know, which is normal for a Nissan of this kind of year. And a lot of time, money has been put into this car, so this car received tons and tons of love. And it is extremely, extremely nice to drive in it. I'm currently just, you know, cruising on the highway and it's very smooth. It feels like a stock car. I really love it. The interior is quite simple for the kind of the car, you know. It gets the job done. You have a simple cluster. Everything is big for you to press. The HVAC has been converted to Japanese HVAC, which is more digital compared to the US DM1, which is, you know, analog knobs, stuff like that. And, you know, the radio has been changed for an LCD. What's the coolest about this car? It is equipped by Almasi Copilot. So the Almasi Copilot is an LCD screen that displays all the informations that you need. For example, the boost, PSI, the fuel ratio, the water temperature, we have also the engine oil temperature. You know, lots of information that you need, except it's all digital instead of having, you know, just tons and tons of, you know, boost gauges and stuff like that, oil temperature gauge, water temperature gauge. So it looked, as you can see, the car looks very, very stock. I also have the S15 steering wheel, which is very nice with the lightning bolt. Cruise control does work, by the way. You guys will be probably, you know, surprised, but a lot of stuff is functional right here. So the fans, the cooling, a lot of stuff right here functions extremely well. Cruise control works as well, which is, you know, quite rare, right, for this kind of car. And the car is equipped with a 6-speed manual transmission, so it's basically the S2000 gearbox, but, you know, S2000, when they made it, they took the same gearbox and they modified it into that gearbox you have right now, the S2000 AP1 and AP2. That's exactly the same gearbox, not exactly, but I mean, it's the same base transmission gearbox, which started for the S2000 transmission. So I basically have the S2000 transmission, except it's less short, but it does feel like an S2000 transmission, in my opinion, because all the gears, you know, we can feel it. You know, it goes in very well. It does feel like a Honda transmission. Everything is nice and clunchy. You know exactly which gear you're on. Except for one thing which I don't like is the reverse is just right beside the six speed, and that's something I don't really like, because sometimes you can mix up or you know, especially sometimes when I reverse, I have to make sure it's really toward the right side in order to make sure it's the reverse. Otherwise, sometimes I just put on the sixth gear by mistake. So I'm just gonna downshift a little bit. So this is not the blow-up valve sound that you hear. I'm not sure if you guys hear it. It's actually the actuator. I was actually surprised when I first drove the car, and I really thought, hey, I'm pretty sure it's a blow-up valve or something, but it's not. I think it's the wastegate or the actuator or something like that, and which is pretty surprising, right? It opens the valve at around 3,000 RPM, which is pretty cool. So I really enjoyed this car ever since the first day I bought it. It's been received a lot of love, you know, a lot of love, a lot of time. Really like this car. One of the negatives I hate about this car is, for now, okay, not the, you know, the actual car, but what it has currently is the coilovers. They're so stiff. Like, they're so stiff, especially on the, you know, on the little roads in Montreal. Oh man, in Montreal there's so many potholes, so it makes my drive really, you know, it feels like I'm going to jump out of my seat or something, because it's just the whole chassis is just so hard, and most of the shock towers has been reinforced, everything has been repainted from A to Z, and the engine bay has a matching color, paint color with my car body, which is something very rare for this kind of car, because as you may know, the S13, S14 has most of them has become a drift car, a track car, something like that. But this one, really, the concept is street, as you can see. I'm really enjoying it right now. It's a car that you can easily take it to work, you don't have to worry. Of course, it doesn't have AC. That's very unfortunate because of the intercooler pipings and everything. But maybe eventually I'll have a project and try to put it back, the AC on this car, because it deserves to be, you know, it is a unicorn, right? It looks like a Skyline, but it's not a Skyline. It is a S14 Silvia 240SX Kouki. So the previous owner, he installed a rev limiter. So every time, you know, I'm approaching the limits, it's gonna go from green to like red-ish. So it's really cool. It's like an F1 style. Oh shit! That was third gear, by the way, guys. So the car was dyno tuned. S15 sorry, engine, blacktop, S15 turbo, dyno tuned to 270 wheel horsepower, 290 pounds-feet of torque. That is more power than a stock 370Z, which is a 3.7 liters. This one is only 2 liters, guys. 2 liters engine. Isn't that crazy? Imagine back in the days in the 90s when people were tuning these cars, man. God. That was fast. My heart is like coming out. Why did they make this such a fast car? Fourth gear, guys. shift gear. So that concludes to my car review of my own car. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's really appreciated, and you know, it's what keeps us YouTubers, you know, keep on going. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I took some time to edit it, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day, guys. You know, okay, have a good nice day. Bye.